You're needing to trust the creative instincts that you are getting at this time, as well as embrace self reflection for spiritual growth. Hello, and welcome to Divinely Guided 999. My name is Lynetta, and I'm back with another message for today. Before I get started, as always, I give thanks to the universe for guidance, protection, and assistance with this reading. So let's get into this reading. The reason why you're needing to trust these creative instincts that you are getting at this time is so that you can actually bring them into reality. Because what you don't want to do is accidentally not manifest these things into your reality. Yeah, I feel like this message is for someone that's older. And know that just because you older does not mean that, like, it's just, how to put it, like, where you are in life right now is just what it's going to be, and that's it, and that's all. You have the power to change your reality. So these intuitive, create creative ideas that you are getting, you're getting these ideas so that you can actually bring them into your reality. And for some of y'all, this is happening to you right now, and you are in your middle age. You don't want to sit on these creative ideas, and then as you get older, you think to yourself, what if? Where would you be if you had set out on those creative ideas and actually put them forward to some type of use? For the ones that are middle age, right now you can be feeling a bit sad about not knowing what your purpose is and maybe trying to figure out what your purpose is. Know that everything is going to be looking good for you. Like, if you set out on them creative instincts that you've been getting, by the time you older, everything is going to be looking good for you. You're going to accidentally have this positive start for yourself just by going off of these creative ideas that you've been getting. Yeah. So this message is most definitely for someone that is in their middle age and not knowing what their purpose is at this given time. And it may have you feeling a little bit anxious about getting older, trying to figure out where you're going to be in life or how your life will be for you as you get older because of not knowing what your purpose is right now. You're not going to be thinking about nothing. Like, it's funny because I'm looking at these cards, and right now you may not know what your purpose is. You may not have it figured out. And because of that reason, it's like you may be thinking so much about when you're older and how you're going to be. But it's going to be looking good for you before you be like in your 60s. It's going to be looking good for you if you go ahead and take on them creative instincts that you've been getting. This message could be for someone that has a pet. You're not going to regret it if you do. You might. Yeah. Someone could have a pet. Because you are looking at the right time. You're trying to do things when you feel like it's the right time to do it. And this is not going to happen like that. This is something that's going to happen accidentally. This is like you intuitively being guided to do something. And by you doing it, this is all going to come in and happen for you on accident when you least expect it. So you're waiting around until what you feel is the right time. But it's no such thing as the right time, because if you keep on waiting around until the right time, you're never going to turn those creative ideas into actually reality. You're never going to do it. You're going to be sitting back wanting to attract certain things to have in your reality, but you're not going to actually go about doing it. So you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck at a standstill, because what is happening is like divine intervention is trying to come in for you, and that's why you are getting these intuitive ideas that is going to make you happy in the end. But if you just sit on these ideas and do nothing with them, then you're going to feel like there's nothing more that you can give to your own life, to your own existence, your own reality that you're currently in. Like that's it and that's all. And it's not for you. It's really not. This creative idea could include other people. This may not be just something that you'll be doing by yourself. This may include other people. And if so, everyone that is included have to be on board with setting out this plan to turn it into a reality for all of y'all, to attract what it is that you're trying to attract. But I don't feel like this is something that you will have to, like you're forcing. You know, like how you can try to force something and it's like it feel like a pull and tug, and then it end up not working out. I don't feel like this is the case. It's moments where it may be a bit frustrating, where it may be times where you end up crying because of not knowing. It may be a bit of an imbalance, but all of that is just going to be temporary. That's just going to be you going through the process of learning. And there's a need, most definitely, to do some self reflection, because some of y'all could be dealing with some insecurities. You could be dealing with some insecurities that you don't like about yourself. And you doing that self reflection will help you pour in the love that you need for yourself, to where it don't matter where validation is coming from, because you're not looking for it, because you're pouring into yourself and you're happy with yourself. Some of y'all may be in a position right now where you're not too happy with yourself, And there's some need for self-reflection to get to the bottom of why. Why don't you like yourself? Why aren't you happy? Why don't you love yourself? Why aren't you pouring into yourself? This could be some ideas that you've been had for at least since the end of 2025, for some months now. And like I said, where it's not just you, these are ideas that are supposed to come to life with other people, whether that's one other person or two or more. Be mindful of the people that you are choosing to, how can I put this? That you are choosing to work with on these ideas. Be mindful because it may not be loyalty there 100%. And that's very important because if it's not loyalty there 100%, there's going to come a time where something is not going to, like, whether it's like stealing ideas from other people and trying to make it their own, um something that ends up not being helpful. So be mindful of these people or this person that you are thinking of collaborating with to make this happen. And I kind of feel like that's what, when I was saying, like, it's times where you may cry over this and it may be an imbalance. I feel like that is what it is talking about. It's dealing with the fact of not having that 100% loyalty with the people that are supposed to be actually bringing this thing together, bringing it to light together, where it causes you to be a little bit shaky on your faith of whether or not this is something that you want to bring forward. And you may have a point to where you may feel like you need to take some time away from this until you get certain things in balance. Hopefully, this is not speaking of no betrayal, but that's the type of energy that I'm feeling coming through. It's like some type of betrayal. Because it's someone, I don't know how many people is in this, but it's like someone may make it seem like they just have so much love for you and they're so happy to be doing this together and that y'all even came up with these ideas together. But someone may very much well try to steal this whole thing and make it to be just their own. So it's like pretending to like you, pretending to have loyalty, pretending that everything that you two do, or three, however many, is the fact that I said two, it may be two, can be trusted and protected. But really, this person does things that does not protect these creative ideas. So be mindful when it comes to you being protected, you protecting the ideas that you have, just in case. Because working together is people coming up with all different type of ideas. You having ideas and someone else is having theirs. So make sure that you are protecting yours, because of course you can't take on this person's ideas and making it seem like it's just your own. But I'm getting this energy of someone else doing this. Yeah, someone else doing this. So be mindful of that. You don't want to find yourself just not doing certain things because of the bond that you have with someone, because you want to trust that everything is going to be everything. Make sure that you're protected. Because this right here is really going to attract, how can I say this? This is going to attract like greediness. Like when all these ideas get to come into life and seeing all these opportunities, this is going to attract like all these different money moves to where someone may become greedy. And you may not be aware of it, because this is something that will happen like in the midst of everything going on, and you end up finding out later, and you don't want it to happen that way. So make sure that you are being mindful, because some people, when you're working together, some people are looking at what they want to bring into bring into reality, because it's something that they're passionate about. And then other people can look at the money aspect of it. And for some people, for the right price, they'll move completely different. And that's where that loyalty does not come in at. But I feel like it may be a little bit of signs that may end up be popping up for you. Someone may be missing certain times, throwing off the balance of getting things done on time. This may affect someone in a slight way. This may affect someone in a slight way, because like I was saying in the beginning of this reading, like, you may not know what your purpose is now, but these creative ideas that you've been getting, you put that to use, like, you're going to accidentally find yourself in your purpose. You're going to accidentally find yourself in your purpose, and it's going to be looking real good for you and whoever that you're going to be partnered with, because this is giving like business, where you end up having your own business. And for somebody, this will affect them in the slightest way, to where they start dibbling and dabbling in things that they shouldn't. Yeah, so be very mindful. Be very mindful, because this is going to affect someone to where they start moving different. They start dibbling, dabbling in things that they shouldn't. Someone is going to be like focused on all what attracts, because this is going to bring a lot of attraction when it comes to what all a person can have, when it comes to who a person could date, what a person someone could be dating someone younger and end up getting this person pregnant, thinking that is love and all this and that. But meanwhile, this person that they dating could just be only dating them because of what it is that they have. This loyalty here comes with choices, obviously, and someone is not going to be making the best of choices. So I keep saying be mindful, because this is what all is coming out. So please, very much so, be mindful and pay attention to the signs. Listen to what someone is telling you. Listen to what a person says, because if you do more listening than you do talking in certain situations, you'll know what all you need to know. Yeah, you'll know what all you need to know, because it's going to be a time to where you don't have to over communicate. Sometimes you just need to sit back and listen, because it's someone that's going to find themselves, how good it's going to look when it comes to putting all these creative ideas to use. It's going to be looking so good. It's going to be attracting wealth. It's going to be attracting opportunities. It's going to be attracting people. It's going to be attracting so much that somebody is not going to know how to take all this on. And instead, they're going to be operating out of their ego. But for you, you're needing to do some self reflection, because that's going to help you with your spiritual growth. As I was saying before, like for the ones that may do have a bit of insecurities with themselves, or people pleasing, or whatever the case may be, it's time for some self reflection, so that you can understand yourself better. And not only that, for your spiritual growth, because it's somebody that is not going to know how to take on all of this goodness coming their way, that instead they're going to be operating out of ego. I feel like this is about more than one person. But if this is a message just for one person bringing their creative ideas into reality, make sure that this is not you operating out of an ego space, to where you find yourself dibbling and dabbling into things that you shouldn't. Yeah, because like I said, someone gonna have to end up being thrown off based off of their choices. It's gonna throw off. It's gonna throw them off and have them imbalanced just based off their choice, just based off their choices. Getting someone pregnant, having to be on medical leave to help, having to spend so much time away because of their own personal choices. And then not only that, someone is going to someone is going to be taking advantage of the fact that someone has what they have. Like I was saying, this person that is dating, and this person that is dating someone younger, that end up impregnating this person. Like, this may be something that this younger person did, but not really doing it out of a place of passionate, but doing it out of a place of opportunity, what they can get out of it. Yeah. Like, this person is someone that probably didn't even like this person, but still went ahead and did this based off of what they can get out of it. Someone finding themselves in situations that they may they may have to get themselves out of, just based off of how they moving, because it's someone accusing of being taken advantage of, someone accused of being offered drugs, as if though like they didn't remember what they was doing, how. Whole time this person thinking somebody did something because they like them. It's a lot that is coming out. It's a lot that is coming out here. Because what's coming out here is someone accusing someone of taking advantage of them. And this is something that this friend is not going to let be known. So always be aware, because like I said about like the loyalty part is not there. Someone is gonna be in their ego. Someone is gonna be in their ego, and someone is going to be dealing with people that don't even like them, but are dealing with them because of what they have. But most definitely, you're gonna get that stability that you're wanting. You may not see it coming. You may not know what your purpose is right now, or how you're gonna get that stability, but you're gonna go from not having anything to be able to have whatever it is that you want. So make sure that you are working on your self reflection, working on yourself, so that when this does come in for you, you have the spiritual growth to operate out of the place that you need to operate out of. Not ego, but consciousness. So you can be making wise decisions, because you're going to gain. And what you're going to gain is all based on how you put out. And what I mean by that is people gain things, and what they put out from it depends on how they feel about themselves. So you get all this gain, and if you ain't ever had all this gain, don't know how to manage it or anything like that, people may want to go splurge. Once you get used to splurging, you may want to do this and do that and that's where that dibbling dabbling that came through in this message come in at. And that's how people end up finding themselves using drugs, paying women, doing all these things because of the gains that they got, that they don't know what to do with. They don't know how they should operate, because they didn't have that spiritual growth. So they're operating out of ego. And then what ends up happening is a cycle. A cycle will keep happening and keep happening and keep happening until what's forced is an ending. I don't feel like this is for you. I feel like this is for a group of people or one other person. I don't feel like this message is for one person in particular. I feel like this message is for someone that you got these ideas that you about to bring forward with someone else or other people. And you have to be mindful of the people that you are collaborating with, because everyone's choices dictates on the outcome of how this happens. But overall, it's going to be looking good for you. And you got to get your spiritual growth in order so that you can know how to sustain what you do have. Yeah. Because these relationships gonna easily turn into something that people are looking for. What can they get out of it? It's gonna start as in though y'all working together towards something, but then that's gonna change up. But it's only changing up due to divine intervention, and it's gonna be signs, like I said. And I feel like this relationship with these people is going to really be exposed to some things if people don't have that spiritual growth and alignment. If they're not aligned, a lot of things is going to be affected. But there's most definitely some contentment that will be had, because you'll be in a place of where it's looking real good for you. You're gonna have the emotional fulfillment and the happiness that you've been wanting. This is something that is major. And I feel like it's going to come with all different type of opportunities, of course, but it's gonna come a time to where an ending is gonna have to happen as well. Because if you have not had it already, you may end up in having a spiritual awakening where you may find yourself having to call in for a deep self-reflection. Like I've been saying, needing to do that anyways to have that spiritual growth. Because it's going to be a major decision that you need to make moving forward so that you can be living a more authentic life and not getting opportunities based on the same repetitive way of doing things. So yeah, this is something major, and it's going to call for divine intervention and change. And that's when these opportunities is going to come in even more that you can gain from. And it's going to be major where you get even more contentment, because it's going to cause you to change certain things, and it's going to open up the way for you to have these divine connections and not ones that are disloyal, the ones that, because I feel like it's messy. It's giving me like temptations. That's what it's giving. So yeah. Let me get one more card, and then that's going to complete the reading for today. Yeah. So this is you not operating out of a place of where this can go to, having you in a place of being addicted to sex, addicted to drugs, having you in your ego. Because someone is going to go through there. Someone is going to be experiencing all type of things that you can't even imagine, just due to not knowing how to go about receiving all this abundance. So it's going to go to their ego. But you, on the other hand, this is not going to go to your ego. You're not going to fall victim to being attached to these low vibrational things. And that's exactly why it's most important for you to do the self-reflection now. So I'll close off this message giving thanks to the universe for guidance, protection, and assistance with this reading. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.